What's the difference between sales and negotiation? Sales is an empathetic behavior. It's a lot about taking care of needs. What can I do for you? How can I be of service of you? Can I help you? What do you need? Can I teach you something? Can I give you an insight? It's a lot of this, right? Sales is a lot of that. If that's sales, then what's negotiation? It's the antithesis. It's the opposite. If sales is what can I do for you, negotiation is what are you going to do for me? If sales is how can I service you, negotiation is how can you service me? It's complete opposite behaviors. That's why a lot of salespeople are not very good at negotiation, because that's a tough transition to make. Going from empathy to how can I take care of you into self-centeredness. Very tough. Buyers have it a lot more easier than you do, because, hey, buying and negotiating are very similar behaviors. Sales, it's like schizophrenic. It's like, who the hell am I supposed to be here? So what salespeople need to learn how to do is make that transition. It's critical. It's hard, but it's critical. How do I step out of sales role and into negotiator role at the right moment? Because if you go into a negotiation as a salesperson, you're going to get killed. It's like going into a gunfight with a knife. It just doesn't work. So when do we make that transition? We need to make that transition right there. And what is that point right there? Well, that's where the negotiation begins. When does a negotiation begin? Do we know? When does a negotiation begin? The negotiation begins as soon as your buyer asks you for something. They make an objection and they say, hey, your competition is a lot cheaper. Can you do something about your price though? There we go. Negotiation has begun. You now need to make that transition. Just like Superman, Clark Kent becomes Superman, finds that telephone booth, you've got to find your own version of the telephone booth. Because your buyer doesn't want to negotiate with Clark Kent. They don't want to negotiate with a salesperson. Their system 2 tells them they do, but their system 1 doesn't. They want to negotiate with Superman.